to live on the road. I was out of town last night, celebrating my birthday, as always. And last night was one of the best birthdays I've had because even though I was out of town, I was out having a good time. I made sure I was sat down in front of my TV in my hotel room at 8 o'clock Pacific time, ready to watch one of the best SmackDowns, if not the best SmackDown of this year at least. I don't know how you're going to top that. After Clash in Paris, which, you know, we can sit here and discuss, we can go back and forth. Was it a good pay-per-view? Wasn't a good pay-per-view? You know, it was what it was. I think the driven storyline was the main event. Becky Lynch finally aligning herself with Seth Rollins in the visionary, or the vision, which was needed to happen. I wanted to see it happen. I wanted to see it come together. That's where she needed to be. And so she steps in, she aligns herself with Seth Rollins, and from that moment on, the world was buzzing. Everything was pointing to stories and rumors that we've heard for a long time. There's been talks for many, many years at different points in time, at different points in situations, about an AJ Lee return to wrestling. And, you know, after Clash in Paris, it definitely was picking up that it looked like maybe we were finally going to get AJ Lee back in a wrestling ring. I didn't hold my breath. I kind of took a step back because I absolutely, AJ Lee is one of my favorite of all times. She's probably my favorite women's wrestler, period, and hands down. So I didn't want to get too over the top or too into it, thinking that, oh, you know, it's going to happen. Then we roll into Monday Night Raw. CM Punk, Becky Lynch, you can see the fighting was more on the wall. And then the major hit at the end of the show when Punk asked Pierce where SmackDown was going to be, and he said Chicago. You just knew that all the stars were aligning, and this was either going to be the biggest moment for WWE, one of the biggest moments for WWE this year, or was going to be one of the biggest flops, biggest crash out moments, depending on what they did, because they were definitely setting it all up for an AJ Lee return. And I don't know if they wouldn't have gotten AJ Lee, of course they probably wouldn't have set this up this way, but they definitely could have dropped the ball, but they didn't. WWE didn't drop the ball, and we had one of the biggest returns in wrestling, you know, right behind CM Punk returning to wrestling last night. No, I'm not talking about Brock Lesnar's return to SmackDown last night, the tag team, as Sami Zayn. Lesnar's there setting up his match. We know him and Cena are going to have their thing. Lesnar's going to bring money. Lesnar's going to bring people to watch the show. So, I mean, you can't be mad that Lesnar is there. You know, whether you like what the other stuff, it is what it is. Lesnar's good for business. But no, the big return last night, of course, AJ Lee was the most exciting thing. Who are you talking? I'm talking to you guys. Anywho. But, yeah, no, AJ Lee last night, what a great return. That was awesome. And it was awesome to see Punk just happy. I mean, to see a husband and wife have a moment like that. I think Punk may have been more happy for AJ's return than his own return. It was great. It was just a great moment. That was a loud pop. They did it in Chicago. We have AJ Lee back. She has signed a contract. I think it is going to be longer than just simply a WrestlePalooza. A lot of reports are coming out that she wants one more last run. And hopefully she'll get this run and have a decent run, whether it's a year or two or whatever it may be. This should be fun. It'll be nice to have AJ Lee back. So lots of fun there. But yeah, no, SmackDown last night was a great show. One of the better ones in a while. The in-between stuff was, you know, Sami Zayn and John Cena was great to see that play out. Some of the other stuff It's a slow build, but we're definitely building to a hot wrestling palooza. WWE is going to have to bring it to a major level for this first pay-per-view event, for the first ever wrestling palooza, with the first PLE on ESPN. They're going to have to bring it to get people over there to watch. So when you start talking about Lesnar, Cena, regardless of whatever is behind Lesnar, Lesnar Cena is going to be a match worth watching. And so, I mean, that there is value. People will pay to see that. You don't have to like Lesnar or what he may or may not have done. We don't know, don't care. That's too much to get into. But now you're going to put a returning AJ Lee in the ring with CM Punk against Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. I think you could probably hold the whole rest of the list based on that match alone, and people are going to tune in and see. People are going to pay for the subscription to ESPN. People are going to definitely be paying, at least for this month, to get that, to make it happen, because it's going to be a once in a lifetime thing for sure. See AJ Lee returning her first match after 10 years. She is looking great and healthy. Of course, she's been training with Punk. We know that. So it'll be great to see. It'll be great to see how she is when she's on the mic. It was great to see her pull, still have all the character, all the mannerisms. But yeah, I won't say I was mad. I mean, it was a great birthday gift. We sit down last night and watch AJ return. My only question is, can we go back and throw a throwback to the TNA WWE days when AJ Styles was in TNA and AJ Lee was in WWE, and there was the AJ back and forth moments. I wonder if we'll have any running between AJ Lee and AJ Styles. Will they ever come together? Be like, oh, you're the other AJ. That could be a fun moment of nostalgia. Speaking of nostalgia, we're going to get into that in a second. But yeah, that could definitely be fun to see them interact after all these years. Now, nostalgia. The hate is out there. The hate is real. It's crazy. People are saying that WWE is only bringing AJ Lee out of retirement for nostalgia. And again, I don't understand that, because if WWE wanted that, they would have. If that's what WWE was doing and that's how it was going to work out, why wouldn't they have done this sooner? I mean, if that's all it was about. No, this is more about AJ Lee finally saying, yeah, I want to return, I want to do this. I'm sure Punk had a lot to do with it, and probably the way Punk is being treated in a new WWE made her excited to be a part of it too. So, this is more than a nostalgia trip. I think anybody who's stuck on this, I know there's the haters, and that new fan base that everybody calls sickos, that are just mad that it didn't happen somewhere else, and it's happened with WWE, that the stars align, and all these things are coming together, and I think it's awesome. And Punk was a helping catalyst in getting that back. If her seeing how Punk was treated, how the whole dynamic WWE has been better than it was prior, which we, kind of a handful of knowledge on. Things have definitely tried to change and get better. Is it all perfect? No. We can nitpick and dissect that to death. But at the end of the day, it seems like everybody's in a happier place. WWE is making money hand over fist, whether we like it or not, whether we complain about the ticket prices of these events and merchandise. I'm a sucker. That got me. I was on WWE Shop last night. I had bought me, the AJ Lee big gear, because I really can't miss that opportunity. So I mean, they know how to, get done what they need to do and get the money they need to get. And we can be mad, we can be this, but at the end of the day, if we're paying for it, we're paying for it. We're gonna get what we get. But it was a moment. It's good. It's interesting with WWE right now, what they're doing. We're heading into WrestleMania. Then we have October, of course, November. We are heading into War Games. There's a lot of different dynamics with War Games that are really interesting to see how they're going to play out. So lots of stuff going on. WrestlePalooza should be a fun event. The first PLE on ESPN on the DTC. This is going to be a new experience for all of us to figure out how this is. Now that WWE is kind of spreading itself across multiple streaming platforms, which, it's the new era. Instead of being on multiple cable channels, now they're on, multiple streaming platforms. For NXT stuff will be more on Peacock. Monday Night Raw will be on Netflix, and ESPN will host the PLEs and big events like that. And I think Saturday night's main event stays on Peacock too. So, we got to have a lot of streaming services to consume it all. Some people are upset because the rest of the world just watch everything on Netflix. Maybe one day WWE get back to the point where they can have everything back on one place, one central program, one network per se. I mean, I definitely enjoyed the WWE network when it existed the way it was. I wish they would just go back to having the WWE network, and I wouldn't mind paying a little more in the idea of getting all the pay-per-view events. Maybe having the $9.99 be the basic level to watch old shows and programs, and then if you want to be able to watch each pay-per-view each month, and maybe it's a little more, so you can get that. But I mean, we are in the world we are today with streaming services and everything is streaming. Cable TV is slowly dying, and so I mean, it makes sense. It's a business sense. They're making money. We can be mad, and that's okay. We can be upset, but I mean, it comes down to personal choice of what you want to do. I mean, I think it's still better. We may be playing multiple streaming services, but it's not just WWE we're getting. I mean, Peacock has a lot of stuff on it. You may be only buying Peacock for WWE content. That's fine. Netflix is huge. Everybody's got Netflix. For WWE to be on Netflix, I don't know many people who are just paying Netflix to have a Raw. Because there's a lot of great stuff programming on Netflix. And so now with ESPN and WWE and Disney, that's the thing that may be most interesting. ESPN is a Disney thing. And I don't know if you would have told me back in the 90s, if you would have told me in the heat of the wrestling Monday Night Wars that WWE would be working with Disney. That might have been a little unfathomable, but everything comes. You can never, and I think it's exciting. I think we are in an exciting time. Things are going. AEW, I wish them well. I don't want to see them go away, but they're going to have to find something different. They had a base. That base is slowly slipping away because it doesn't hold up over the test of time. And this is, if you can understand a little bit of the psychology of professional wrestling, and I won't sit here and proclaim I understand it from one end to another, but I feel like I am growing in my knowledge and understanding of what professional wrestling is in a different aspect, being around professional wrestling in a new light nowadays. There's a lot more to. You can put on 1,000 great matches. You can get the top guys in your area, in your company, in wrestling, and throw them in the ring. Tell them to go out there and have a good match, and that's great, and it does a lot, and there's a fan base for it. But people, when it comes to pro wrestling, they're driven to see more story. I mean, they want wrestling, but they want a reason to understand why these guys are fighting and why they should root for one guy than the other guy. And it's much more than just two guys going in a ring and having great moves. I mean, it's awesome, it's cool, but when it's all it is, and you've seen all, when you've seen every move there is, it becomes, it's like anything. When we consume too much of something, let's say, you have your favorite food, and you eat it all the time. Maybe somewhere makes a Doing McDonald's, what makes McDonald's McRib so special to a lot of people is it only comes around in a small dose. So it's not only nostalgia, but you only get it for a short time and you consume it, and then it's special when it comes back around. But if you ate the same thing every day, and it may be your favorite thing in the world, eventually you're gonna be like, yeah, this is not as good as it once was. It's like anything. It's why TV series can't stay forever. We may love the shows, and then some shows can go on a long time. Granted, The Simpsons has been going on forever, but they've been able to adjust fire. But a lot of shows you can't, because eventually there has to be an end, and people get bored because there's only so much you can tell. The same goes for wrestling. You can put the two best guys in the ring. They can do every move they have in the arsenal. But then when you see every time it's like, okay, they're doing the same moves, it doesn't become as, awesome, or this is cool, or, it loses that magic. And then wrestling needs storylines to get people intrigued, and give it movement, and give it a reason to exist. AEW does its thing, no shame on it. And they have their niche, and hopefully they stay around because it's better for business. But there's no guarantees in that. And WWE is killing it. WWE is bringing a lot of people in at a lot of different levels. They are dabbling in many different things, and now they expanded into Mexico with AAA. Where they're going to go next, who knows? Rumor and speculation that they're trying to bring a PLE to China. That could be really interesting to see if WWE is able to pull that off and make that all happen. But WWE is doing a lot of great things. AEW, I don't want to sit here and bash them. I don't want to put them down. They're on their own path, doing their own thing. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. There's no harm or foul. It's just different wrestling, and it is what it is. But what a SmackDown! AJ Lee returning. Of course, we saw Brock Lesnar continuing his story with Cena. I don't know what you're going to do with Brock Lesnar after this John Cena thing. Maybe we get Lesnar and Uther. I think that's a great next segment. So we'll see what happens there. I'll tell you somebody we won't be seeing probably wrestle any place. I don't think I would support any place that would want to have him around, and that would be Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle getting attention on himself again after all these years. It seems like Matt Riddle had kind of mellowed and gone into his things. He hadn't been signed. He hadn't made any major return to WWE. He made an appearance in TNA. But was never signed. AEW never showed interest in really signing him or making a signing. They made an interest but never followed through. New Japan Pro Wrestling, he wasn't there. He was brought in for a few shows, a handful of matches, but he significantly hasn't really been anywhere for a long period of time. And again, he's making himself the center of controversy, and I know we can go back to when Eric Bischoff says controversy creates cash. Maybe this will do something for him. I highly doubt it. I think people are tired of it. Matt Riddle, with the allegations against him now, that he took a booking, took a deposit from a company, I believe in the UK, if I remember correctly. They were doing a charity event. They were going to bring him in, and he no-showed it. Won't pay the money back. This is what's being reported. I still got to do some more detailed researching. This is just what we know. What we do know Matt Riddle did is talking about how CM Punk's a creep for creeping around the NXT female locker room. That back in the day, AJ Lee would pretty much stick with anybody. Whether Matt Riddle's running his mouth as a fool, or whether he thinks this is going to create some type of momentum, some type of storyline, some type of that allows him to get back in WWE, to get in the match with CM Punk. I think this guy is done. I think he's reaching an untouchable level. And, we have to wait and see. I recently heard that it looked like Joey Ryan was about to make a return to professional wrestling, and that got shut down very quickly. And he is no longer doing that thing. But, yeah, a lot of stuff going on in the world of professional wrestling. A lot of stuff going on for me, for Value Wrestling. No, we didn't have a Thursday night show this week. I do apologize, but again, I was getting ready for yesterday, which was my birthday, and trying to do some things, get some things together. I do have some announcements. I will be bringing you some video content here hopefully soon. I'm just trying to finalize some things. Hopefully we'll be bringing you some of the SPW matches from the last SPW show here on the channel, and kind of watch together. They go over it. Some great matches from SPW's Eliminate show. We'll also hopefully here shortly have those full matches posted on the SPW YouTube page, so you can watch those matches full from last month. Get you excited and ready for next month, or this month I should say, when on I believe September 21st back at the Soccer World Indoor Arena in Elk Grove, California, SPW returns to the SPW Arena, as I love to call it, with Supreme Pro Wrestling's Poison, yes, ladies and gentlemen. But we're going to review the show, the matches we talked about. I'm going to get hyped up the next coming show. Going into next week, lots of stuff going on. Cup of Wars going down in Alameda, California on the 13th, if I remember correctly. If my dates are lining up and remembering correctly, I don't have all that set. It's the Cup of Wars coming out of Alameda, California on the 13th back at the Almanac Brewery. That's going to be a good show. And of course, the Friday before that, September 12th, out of the Jackrabbit Brewery, Ugly Dojo returns to the Ugly Dojo returns to the Jackrabbit Brewery for another great show with some great matches lined up there that we're already seeing. And I don't have that card and that information in front of me, and my mind is going blank. So we're going to cover that that's coming up week, and we'll talk more about that when I have those details. Remember, those are three major events coming up this month. Several other events coming up. I believe there's a library show in Nevada City with Ugly Dojo that I will get more information and get details on. October is going to start off hot. SPW going to have a show in Woodland, and back at the I have to get the information, but yeah, SPW going to have a show on, I believe, on October 4th in Woodland, California, and also possibly on that same day, the Crooked Lane Brewery in Aubrey, California, hosting the show. SPW's got several shows coming up and going into it. Of course, October will bring us back to Lodi Comic Con. Lodi Comic Con in Lodi, California at the Lodi Grad Festival, and SPW will be there. So SPW is going to be busy in the next few weeks, the next couple months, as they progress forward. So we can keep you up to date on all of that. But I just wanted to get on here while I was driving home from my trip to talk to you all about the AJ Lee return, some of the stuff going on in wrestling. It is fun stuff. SmackDown was, I enjoyed it, but it was probably mostly for the ending to see AJ Lee return and do her thing. I'm trying not to sneeze at the moment, so please forgive me. But yeah, no, a solid show in that aspect. I enjoyed it. I had fun. But it was AJ Lee. It was a big return. It was much talked about. People were watching. The United Center was sold out. It's going to be interesting to see what happens going forward. Wrestling Palooza looking to be something very special. So WWE trying to bring it all. And of course, WWE going head-to-head on the 20th with AEW All Out. And that's, a whole other level of crazy. All Out, AEW has moved their time from the 8 p.m. start time to the 3 p.m. start time. Eastern time. Adjusting, not wanting to compete with WWE. So that tells you a lot. It should be a good day if you really love wrestling to be able to watch both events. Of course, you can pay your normal monies to watch AEW, and AEW has made a deal with HBO Max You can subscribe to their service, and then for, I believe, an additional $39.99, you can buy the pay-per-view event and watch it there on Max. So you can have the $10 Max subscription and then pay an extra $39.99 and get the pay-per-view. I don't know if that's the best way to go about that. You know, if you're paying for a streaming service and pay more money on top of it, I think you're getting like a $10 break. I think it's like you're going to pay, you know, for the basic Max and the pay-per-view, you're going to pay like $49.99, where the event's like $59.99 if you're going to buy it on Triller TV, YouTube, or the other places that AEW has that available. So, is it a bargain? Is it the deal? Is this going to work for AEW? It's going to be wait and see. I mean, they have their fan base that's going to do. It's going to be there. It's going to support regardless. But at the end of the day, can they really sustain that idea? We'll have to wait and see how that all plays out. So, yeah, September 20th, Big Night Wrestling, AEW All Out, and WWE's WrestlePalooza all in the same night of professional wrestling. So, lots to talk about as we move forward. I'm just here driving home. Wanted to get on here to talk to you all. Let you know that we're not dead. Value Wrestling is still very much alive and fighting and doing its thing. It's just, life gets busy. I have a lot of things going on, and we can't wait to see how they go on. And there'll be some new things, some new twists and turns coming up here. So bear with me, and we're going to make this happen. I'm BT Baldwin. This is the Value Wrestling, and I appreciate you joining me here today and this short live. If you watch this afterwards, I appreciate you stopping by. We'll talk to you real soon. Maybe. Now I gotta remember how to stop by. Yep, there we go.